I think it really does go on both sides. And I've grown to a part in my life where I'm the stepfather, so I also understand what it's like to realize that it's hard to have conversations and to bridge the gap. So I understand it from both perspectives. I have 9 grandchildren. What do I tell them about my life? What do I know about theirs? Do they know me? And they like me, so that's the good thing. you know. Um, but it's easy to let that gap just sort of exist and not do anything about it.
Take us through that situation where let's use the example with the Kaiser family and having that conversation. Is it an instant fix, or does it take time?
No, it takes time. And Henry, for a lot of reasons, was upset with his family. And in fact, the wealth did not make it down to his generation. It went to his father remarried, happened to be a caregiver that he had later in life, and she and her kids inherited the wealth. So there was clearly also an injury that happened, which is often the case that something happens between the generations. And um, Henry struggled with what is going to be enough for me in my own life to feel like um, I'm, I can measure up. And I think even when I stopped talking to Henry when he was 75, 76 years old, he was still trying to work his way through what the relationships were. And his siblings and him were not talking to each other. And unfortunately, that's the fate of a lot of these families, is that it leads to disharmony rather than harmony.
If you could reach out right now and offer a piece of advice to those people who, as I'm going to call it, fractured. It's a family that's fractured. What's one piece of advice based on your research and study and knowledge that you could give them that could start healing that fracture?
Well, I think what happened when we did the master classes is people at least realized that the generation, the younger generation, rising generation, was struggling and was on a path, and they had a reason to have some empathy and to want that connection, and to begin to see if they could seek it out. And I think that's a big deal. I think likewise, the parents in the room realized they needed to open the door. They needed to make sure that there was room and the next generation understood that they were loved and that it wasn't just about the money and it wasn't just about the businesses that they built, that it was about caring for who they were. And once that begins to open up both ways, there's hope.